They say this is going to stop voter fraud. Well, there was allegations that there were thousands of cases of voter fraud. So I'm an old cop, so I go back and I check. Well, what are the facts? Well, the facts are there were 1,554 cases sent to the Ramsey County Attorney. 1,300, and I think 57 of them are felons that voted. That's not fraud, because felons have driver's license, they have state ID. There's no fraud in terms of that this bill would have prevented. Felons would still be able to, by mistake, and oh, by the way, a tiny fraction of that number that were felons got charged because there was no evidence that, A, they were felons at the time necessarily, or B, that they knew that they were prevented from voting because some of them had not been incarcerated and had not really seen a probation officer for 10 years or more. Let's get to the facts. Are we going to spend millions of taxpayer dollars to eliminate, in Ramsey County, 18 cases of fraudulent voting? 18 cases. At one point when we were discussing this bill, we were talking a dollar amount of $40 million for the IDs. $40 million. You divide that by 18, that seems like a lot of money. And we found the 18 anyway, even without the IDs. This is a bill, this is a constitutional amendment that's trying to find a problem to fix. And we don't need it. It will disenfranchise, in the words of Hubert Humphrey, those that are at the beginning of life, the students out there who are just starting their civic engagement, those at the twilight of life, the seniors who now won't be able to have vouching done for them, and those that are in the shadows of life, the women that are battered who are living in domestic violence shelters, the handicapped who can't get the 100 miles to the state office to try and get an ID. This is going to disenfranchise folks that have done nothing other than be stand-up citizens and members of the public. And this needs to be stopped. Not stopped here. It needs to be stopped at the next committee level. It needs to be stopped on the floor. And everyone in Minnesota ought to be calling their representatives and calling their senators to make sure that they know that they oppose this bill.